What's up, long necks? How's it going? Bringing you today a video. This is a tutorial video. Never recorded one of these before, but today we're going to be doing one. And today we're going to be doing on how to make an animated overlay. This is going to be a 3-part series. I have 3 animated overlays that I've made up. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so the animated overlay you see right now around me is the one that we're going to be making today. So let's start off by go to the website pixlr.com/x and then another slash. I'll put the links to all the software stuff we're using, and by the way, all of this stuff is free to use, no money needed at all. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is go over here to create new, click on that, go to full HD and then name it whatever you want. I have mine named animated overlay number 1 because we're going to be doing more than one of these. We're going to be doing 2 more after this. So go ahead and hit create, and well, actually you don't have to make it 1080p resolution. Just do it whatever stream you do it at, not whatever stream, but whatever resolution you stream at. So first we're going to start off by going to the draw tool over here on the left side, going to shapes up at the top, and then hitting the make sure it's on the square, unclick fill, and then click outline. Then you want to change the size of the outline all the way to like 40 or something like that, whatever you think looks good. Then change the color to whatever you want. So I'm going to be making mine black, and then just make a square like that, and then make sure you put the resolution to whatever you want. So I stream at 1280 by 720, so you want to put that there, and then unlock aspect, and then put the right width. So then this is going to be the width of your face cam, so your face cam will fit right on exactly in this aspect ratio inside of this box. So you can center this, do whatever you want. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to go over here to the drawing tool again. Actually, first go over here to bottom right, hit create a new empty layer, and then you're going to want to go back to the shape tool. This time unclick outline and make sure it's on fill. Make sure it's the same color, so just go full black for if you're doing what I'm doing. Then zoom in on this corner just using your scroll wheel, and then go to this corner if I can find it, and then just go out like this. And then you gotta go over here, make sure that it's the same width and height so it's a perfect square. Then what you want to do is duplicate this. Why didn't it duplicate? Alright, hit over here, then duplicate the layer, and then you just want to drag it down all the way to this corner. That's the wrong thing. Just drag it all the way down to this corner, make sure it lines up with the inside corner, and then you want to do this 2 more times. Alright, so now that you got that done, you want to right click on all of these and then just merge down until it's just all one layer. So now look, all of these squares are the same together, and then you want to create a new layer, a new empty layer, and then go back to your draw tool, make sure the size is at 40 here, and turn the softness all the way to, actually you can keep you can go ahead and keep the softness at 0. You can just put the softness at whatever you want. I guess I'll do it at 20 for this. And then you see how it has the pixels right here. I'll zoom in really far. Oh, you can't see that far, but you see how it has the left side. Oh, this is hard without like an extra pointer. But the left side, I'll put editing, like I'll put an arrow there. But you want to line it right here. Put the corner with the corner, and then just, well, first I'd definitely put the softness to 0 if I were you. It's all up to you. And then align the corner again. Make sure it's that color, so then it gives it that rounded edge. And then just do this on every single one of them. Alright, now that you got that done, what you want to do is you want to go over here to your, actually merge these layers as well. You want to make sure it's not merging down. I don't know why it's not merging down. Am I lagging or something? No, I'm not. Alright, let's just leave that there. Create a new empty layer again. And then you want to go to your oh my gosh, wrong thing. Why is it this is glitchy? Go back to shape tool. Then this time go to triangle tool. Make the color black again. And then what you want to do is find the center. So it'll show guides if you do that. So what you gotta do is actually, an easier way to do this is make a line, a white line, and then just draw it straight down. Now if you take this, that's the center right there. So now you have a center line that you can use. So maybe you want like on mine I have the little thing above my head where the line goes through it. If you want to do that, you can just use a triangle. Well, actually, let's create a new layer because that one has a line. Go back to triangle. Make sure this one's on fill, not outline. And then just create like a triangle here. If it's being dumb, just create a triangle like that, however high you want it, and then duplicate that layer again. And then drag it out like far enough to where it seems like it's in the center. So right there looks just fine. So now we're gonna merge those two layers. So these two are the same. And then you wanna create a new layer. Go to rectangle tool, or not, shape tool, and then make sure it's on shape, the square. Go back to black. Now select this bottom corner down there. When you do this, that is not, or the bottom like point. You can adjust this after you draw it and then line it up right there. You can also adjust this, make it so it's right even with that. Also, you have to make sure your triangle placement is good on this too. So mine wasn't perfect, but y'all, when you make this, make sure you do yours perfect. So now what you're gonna do is merge this down as well. So it's with all of this is one little thing. Then you're gonna go back to create a new layer. Bottom right if you forgot. Go back to draw tool, and then we're doing, what I did is I did another triangle. Change the color to like a green color. Let's move this line on top. And then select from right here, wherever you want the point of the triangle to be, and then drag out like this. So this is pretty much what I've done like that. Merge down yet again. Oh, I just merged a line. That is my bad. I am dumb. I drew that on the line. Let's ignore that. I'll draw it on here. Color is still green, of course. And just draw it like that. You can adjust it however you want. I'm gonna move mine a bit downward. And then make sure your line's on top. Merge down again, so this is all one layer. And then you're gonna duplicate this layer. Then over here, flip vertically. And then drag it to the bottom. So you have it on both sides, or you can just do it on one side, it's all up to you. And my triangles aren't very centered, but it's alright. I'm not doing it perfectly, I'm just showing you how to do it. You can do it however you want. You don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing, but just follow like the basics that I'm doing. So we got that green line there, right? Now this is pretty much all we need to do for this. So then we can just hit save, and then make sure you download it as a PNG, and then just hit download. So it should download right there. And then let's get into the next software. Alright, yet again, the links to all the software that I'm going to be using is going to be in the description. The next one we're using is Hitfilm Express. In order to download this, you just hit download here. And this is a tricky one. Make sure you drag this little smiley face all the way to 0 USD, and then you can download it from there. You have to sign up, make an account. That's all normal. That's what everyone has to go through when they do this. And then you can download it and install it wherever you want. I'm not going to go through that. That's basic. So then we're going to hop right into Hitfilm, and then we'll get right into it. Alright, now that we're in Hitfilm, what you want to do is go up here, top left, hit new, and then whatever you stream at, I'd make sure that it's one step above what you stream at. So if you stream at 720/60 like me, you're gonna have to do a project that is 1080p 60 FPS, which is pretty standard. Or you can do it 720p 60 FPS, because yet again you're going to be downsizing it to the size of your entire frame. So whatever you want to go with, I'm going to be going with 1080/60. Alright, now that we got all of our stuff in here, now what we're going to want to do is go, either you can click import, which is hidden by my face cam, or you can just go back to your Google Chrome, or whatever you used, and drag this inward. So now you got it in here, which my face cam is hiding again. I'm sorry about that. No problem at all. Alright, so what we're going to do is you're going to want to right click, or not right click, but click here where it says new, then new composite shot. And then make sure it's the same quality as what you have your project set at, and then open that up. So next you want to do is drag your animated overlay into this, and then make sure you over here in options, you go here, and then my face cam's hiding it yet again, but there's going to be something that says checkerboard background. So now you can see the transparency of everything. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is you want to go down here to your effects, and then search for color difference key. And then you drag the color difference key onto this layer, and then it'll get rid of that green. So there's not like any advanced erasing you have to do or anything. This just makes it nice and simple. I know I'm not making exact of what I have on my face cam right now, but I'm trying to get as close as I can to it, because you can't do the same thing twice unless you use the same exact project, same exact dimensions, but that takes a little bit of time, and I'm not down for that. So now what you're going to do is you want to click on new layer, and then do a new plane. Now you're going to want to make this a black plane, and then just make it match timeline is usually what you want to do. So then you got this here. Next, in effects, in the effects tab, you want to type in light sword. Once you type that in, you're going to look for under generate, not the 360 video, generate, and then the light sword 2-point auto layer only, and then drag that onto the plane. Now up here in your top left, go under your controls tab, and then click here, and then you're going to want to change the core to whatever color you want. So you see how it's really, really glowing. Let me scale this to fit real quick. You're going to want to change, this is the inner glow, change the inner glow width really low. Make it so it still has like that little bit of glow on the edge, like that. Sorry, I have to keep scaling to fit. And then you want to change you want to click on the core, change it to you just leave this however you want. You can change it, it doesn't really affect it, but make sure you change the width to smaller or larger depending on how big you want that light beam to be. And then go to the hilt and the tip, make sure you change the position of the tip to 0 and the width of the tip to 0 as well. Then go to under hilt, you want to change the hilt, leave the same. Now under motion persistence, you're going to want to change it to about 9-10x, somewhere around there. You'll see that in a bit. And then over here on auto scale persistence, you need to change the auto scale, make sure you have this check mark unchecked, this checkbox, and then change the distortion to 0. So now you see you have this 1 point, but now what you want to do is you want to go to under blend right here, change this to none. So now it just has the point here. You can see that little point there. So now you want to select this layer, you want to go, not select, what am I talking about? Alright, go to new layer, hit point, and then you can rename this drawing point or something like that. This is what you're going to be using to transform and use keyframes to make this how you want. So you want to select the plane again so you can see the light sword, and then change the tip and hilt position to the drawing point. So now whenever you move the drawing point around, it moves the point with it. So now what you're going to want to do is start up in your top right corner. And by the way, you're going to have to adjust the width and everything of this based on how big you left this triangle. So you want to come over here, actually make sure that it's below this. So it needs to be all the way, not that, oops, I put the wrong thing. Make sure your plane is all the way at the bottom so you can see what it covers and what it doesn't. So put it in the middle of your little triangle here. And then you want to go up here back to your plane and adjust the width of your core until it's big enough to fit inside the entire thing. Now let's scale this back. Now the drawing point, let's bring it back over to the top right. So now what you want to do here is click the position and make sure that you have a keyframe right here for that. And then maybe go, I don't know, like 30 milliseconds or however much you want. Maybe go like a whole second. We'll say like a second per. And then you want to drag it all the way down to the bottom. And by the way, you see how there's that little trail? You will adjust that later to make it bigger depending on what you want. Now go another second, and this is a problem because you see how it's bending that. You don't want that to happen. So what you have to do is just, this is very annoying. I don't know why it does this on Hitfilm. It's just a thing. But you want to go to here and then just, okay, I just did the wrong thing. You're gonna have to do this, drag it all the way across, and then you see this bar right here. You want to take this bar and then just stretch it out, and then you'll click on this point right here and straighten this bar out as well to follow the path. The same with this bar here. Make it straight. You don't want any curves in there at all. Make sure they're all straight lines. Now go another second forward and then take your point again and drag it straight up. See, now there's no more curves in there, and that looks amazing. Now go another second, and again we can just slow this down depending on, look, see there's curves again. You're gonna have to adjust that. Bring it back to that corner. Make sure this is straight on with the path that it's supposed to go. Click on this point again. Make it straight. And same with this. So now you see how this follows the path of that. And also right here I want to adjust this. Make this a bit more to the right. And this one as well. So now look, it's going to follow it around, follow the path we made. So it does that kind of thing, that kind of motion, which I think this needs to be moved down a bit. Because look, you can see a little bit of the gap there. So if we go here, I don't know. You can use this to zoom in to see what you're actually doing here. Let's move this down a bit. Much better, alright. Let's move this down one a bit too. Alright, we're good there. Now what you want to do is, you see back here on your plane, select your plane again. You can go here to motion persistence and adjust this to make your strand as long as you want. So look here, it's a bit short and then it gets longer the faster it moves. So what you want to do here is, let's delete this keyframe right there because we don't need that anymore. But you see how it's slow there and then it gets fast here? We want it to be the same speed all the way around. So this we're gonna have to shorten a bit. This is too fast, slow that down a bit. So now it's got that little bend in it. We gotta fix that. Remember what I said, just adjust these. Click on the, okay, I can't see this one, but grab the little bars. That's not what I want to do. Alright, it's not gonna let me grab that there, but alright. Alright, now it will. You want to make sure you don't see that little bend there. You want that to be as straight as you possibly can get it. So now when it goes through, it's not going to do that little wave thing anymore. It just goes straight through. And then you want to stop the animation. Like on the frame, it goes right back to the beginning. So you want to take this slicing tool and cut all of these layers right there. And then just select them all and delete. And now this is what you end up with. So you got that. Now I'm going to show you how to get this into your OBS. Alright, so this kind of sucks because I actually forgot a step. So what you want to do is you want to, let's close out of our export. Hold on. I already exported it. I went to OBS to show y'all how to do it, and then I forgot that I was supposed to do this one thing. So either you can create a new plane and make it green, so you can just do the same thing that you did on here. I said green, thank you. And then you can drag this all the way to the bottom. Or another, so you can do this and then export it like this. And then I'll show you what to do there. Alright, so let's just hide our plane. And you can just leave it as this, but when you go to export, you do the normal, you hit this arrow, add to queue, contents, change the quality from the YouTube 1080p HD, and you want to change it to uncompressed AVI with alpha. This makes it so it doesn't fully compress the AVI file, and it makes it a really big file, but it allows transparency within the file. So you can either do that, or you can have the green plane and export it with the YouTube HD. Alright, now we're here in OBS. We have finished exporting it, and I'm going to show you how to import it into your OBS. So what you want to do is go down here to your ad, and I know this is going to be confusing because of this infinite loop. I can't do anything about it, I'm sorry. Go here, then you want to go to media source. Then you want to create a new media source. Browse for your file. I'm going to cut to when I find my file. Alright, so I found my file, I put it in here. Then you want to hit loop. Make sure you hit loop, and then you can adjust the speed here if you find it necessary. So hit OK, and now you can see that on your screen. It looks pretty nice. It's just the green. So now what you want to do is, here, I'm going to drag this underneath everything so y'all can see me. But now what you want to do is you go here to filters. Oh, you can't see my screen. Wow, imagine that. So what you want to do now is go down here, right click on the layer that it is, hit filters, and then I don't know if you can see this, I hope you can. I'm going to put it over here just in case you cannot see it. And then you want to hit the plus sign on effects, go to chroma key, just hit OK, and now look, the green is gone and it looks just fine. So you can hit close there, and then what you just want to do is, let me hide the one I have on right now, and then you see my face cam. I'm going to drag this to wherever I want, and then all you got to do is grab your file. Make sure it's on top of your face cam though. That is necessary. And then you just want to drag it over and resize it. I'm sorry, this is confusing for me. It looks weird because of the infinite loop. And then make sure you have it set in there nicely. And then you got yourself a nice animated overlay face cam border, whatever they call it nowadays, and you made it all for free. So thanks you for watching the video. I appreciate it, all you long necks out there. Don't know if you like me calling you long necks, but that's what I'm gonna call you because I got a long neck. I am the long neck master. Alright, peace. I'll see you in the next one. Also, one more thing before I go. The project of this file or of this overlay is going to be in the description. Just click on the Google Drive link and you can download the project here if you need it. I really don't care if you use this exact overlay, it's all free, I don't care. Use it to your liking. Please hit the like on the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. And when I get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to be releasing this banger of a montage that I will give you a sneak peek of right now. Like 5 seconds, something about that. I'll show you the intro of it. You'll love it.
I think I'm James Brown, because when the bitches hear this, they're going to be like, wow. Smoking gas, living fast, wearing velvet. Can you take a 4 or 5 to the pelvis?
Alright, y'all got your intro. I will see y'all in the next one for real this time. Bye.